don't even know what time it is. It's like 1:45 or something like that. Today is Wednesday, July 30th. Wow, is the summer flying by. It just goes so fast here in Park City. I can't even freaking believe it. I am starting to get anxiety already on how fast the summer is going because it goes by so quick here. And before you know it, the snow starts flying and it's freezing cold. So we have basically 3 seasons out here. It is winter, spring, and July. That's pretty much it. That's all we get. Anyway, I'll deal with it. The views and the trails and the mountains and the air and everything else makes up for it. And I'll deal with cold weather. Even when I become really thin during the end of the summer. Actually, not thin. I become very lean. Anyway, I'm rambling on. The reason I'm doing this live today is I want to talk about something called the power of getting up early. This is something I have actually studied years ago and something I've been doing for a very long time. And one of the things that I've recognized over the path of my career and my life in general is when I get up really early at the crack ass of dawn, before dawn even happens. I'm talking like 4 a.m., 4:10, 4:15, something like that. Or for you people who understand military time, 0400 hours. I absolutely dominate my days. Now here's the thing. I did some research years ago when I was studying Napoleon Hill, who's one of my all-time favorite motivational speakers and mentors, I would call him that too. And he did research on all the top, most successful people, most people that had the most amount of wealth and everything, way back in the late 1800s and early 1900s. And what he found out were the commonalities between all of them. And one of the things they had, all of them had what was called the Mastermind Alliance. I'm not going to go into that in this video, and if you look him up or look up Mastermind Alliance, you can figure out what that is. But what I am going to tell you is this. Another commonality they had is they all got up early. They beat the sunrise, and they got a ton of things done, and they became monumentally successful. And I find the same exact thing happens with me. When I get up super early, for example, a couple days ago, I got up it was about 10 after 4 in the morning. I had 2 training sessions, and I got my workout done, and it was a long workout and a hard workout, all by 9:30 in the morning. And it felt like it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It felt late. And I realized, wow, it's only 9:30. I still have a whole day ahead of me. Now, granted, I was a little bit tired, and I was a little bit dragging that day. And I had to really use mental focus and energy to get through the day. But that was just a rare occasion because I got to bed later than I wanted to the night before. If you go to bed early enough and you get up early enough, you can absolutely dominate your days. And I want to challenge all of you out there, all 2 or 3 of you that watch my videos, to give it a spin one of these days. Maybe try 2 days in a week where you get up at 4 a.m. and try to get as much done as you can. See how things change. See how your day changes. If you have to take a power nap in the afternoon, by all means do so. I'm all about power naps. Dude, I take 5-minute power naps sometimes and I come out of it and I'm completely refreshed like a bulldog and I feel like absolutely amazing. So just take into consideration that if you get up at 4 a.m. and you're moving along, you may run into some obstacles. You may run into some roadblocks. You may have smoke in the air. You may have clouds in the air. When it's cloudy and it's smoky, which it gets smoky a lot here in Park City in the summertime, which it is now, not necessarily cloudy, more smoky than cloudy, my mood goes down, my energy goes down, and I have to really dig deep. And the other day when I got up at 4 a.m. and did my training sessions and did my workout and then did the rest of my training stuff in the afternoon, and I was working on a new 7-day program and stuff, I was kind of depressed, kind of anxious, kind of tired. And when those things happen, they're going to happen regardless if you get up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. or even 8 a.m. You're going to have days like that where you feel trudged and you feel like down in the dumps, or you feel disgusted, or you feel ugly, or you feel fat, you feel bloated, you feel all these different things and all these different emotions. And the key thing there is don't attach to any of them and just realize it's short term. And if you have to blow a day off or a half a day and just say, I am just not there right now, mentally and physically, I'm not there. That is absolutely 100% fine. Allow that to happen. Allow it. Let it. It is not, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean you're mental. It doesn't mean you have mental illness. It doesn't mean you need to see a psychiatrist or a counselor or anything like that, or a therapist. All it means is our life and our brain, it goes up and down like this. It's just like the weather. Just look outside and watch the weather. I promise you, your life is just like the weather. This is something that I dug deep in over the years too. Clouds come and go, storms come and go, snow comes and goes, rain comes and goes. 3 clear sunny days in a row, they're beautiful, they're great. We're getting vitamin D, we're happy as can be. Then all of a sudden storm comes in, it gets cloudy, we get tired, we get lethargic. all these things come up, all these obstacles come up. People are chapping in our ears. People are causing us problems. People at work, people on the streets. You get cut off in traffic. Bad things happen, good things happen. It all balances out in the end. The key is to always just keep moving forward and just let it be and let it happen. And sometimes you're going to go to bed at night and have 4 or 5 or 6 or even 10 things on your mind. You're going to be restless. You're going to have a hard time falling asleep. You're going to get to sleep. You may have crappy sleep. And you're going to be like, what am I going to do tomorrow? Because I got this, I got this, I got this. And all these things are going through your head. And guess what? You'll wake up in the morning the next day and all those fears and worries will be completely gone. Your brain has shifted. The brain waves have shifted. And you're going to feel refreshed and you're going to feel good. The key is to never, ever attach to your thoughts, regardless if they're good or bad. I know that sounds crazy. A good mood is never a long-term solution to anything. It's short. And yeah, you can pretend to be in a good mood all the time and say everything is happy, happy, joy, joy. And a lot of people out there pretend to be so spiritually enlightened that everything is great and everything's wonderful. Well, I promise you that's not the truth. Things can be, and you can be in a place where you can quickly snap back into reality. And the key thing is resilience. I've done videos on that before. It's more about resilience than it is thinking this fantasyland life that you live in where everything is wonderful and great all the time. Now, I do believe that there are no wrong answers. I say that all the time. Because even an answer that seems wrong and something that happened to you seems wrong, it's still right because you've learned a lesson from it. Just take 2 seconds and think back to all the horrible things that have happened to you in your life. And what has happened now? You're stronger. You're smarter. The things that happened to you before won't happen to you again. And if they do happen to you again, they won't be as severe and they won't be as strong. And you're going to be able to deal with it much better. Overall, the key is this. Try to get up early. Try to get as much done as you can in a day. Really put your nose to the grindstone. Take a scheduled nap if you have to. Always focus on that what you want and do whatever it takes to get it. And if you're unhappy with your job, well, guess what? Find something you're happy with. And use your job right now just to hold you over until you find something you're happy with. If you're unhappy with relationships, if you're unhappy with driving a certain place that causes a lot of traffic, then go a different direction. It's really that simple. And the weather, it comes and goes, thoughts come and go, and getting up early can be a game changer for you, and that is basically the theory of my message right here that I'm trying to get across. It is impossible to think you're always going to hit on all cylinders, like I said. Just be ready for anything. Have your mind set on what you want, and then be aware of something when it pops up. And if you have a game plan in mind of everything you want to do in a day, and the day comes and you're struggling and struggling and struggling and fighting, and you get in bad moods and you start losing your temper in the middle of the afternoon, just stop and say, I'm done. I'm finished. Go take a nap. Go for a walk. I don't care. Serial watch your favorite TV show on Netflix. Definitely get some exercise in. That always helps. Going for a walk is absolutely amazing, in my opinion. That's usually the best panacea for almost any situation at all, unless you have a sprained ankle. And you might need crutches or you might want to do something otherwise. But overall, try to practice getting up early, really early in the morning, once or twice a week, and then see how you do. You may find out you achieve monumental success all of a sudden because that's something you didn't tap into before. I mean, weekends come and Jen, my significant other, and I sometimes lay in bed till 7:30 in the morning and I start getting anxious because I'm so used to getting up early. And it's only 7:30. That's not by any stretch of the imagination. Is that late to lay in bed? I would say 11 a.m. is probably late. And the average person probably lays in bed till 8, 9 o'clock on weekends and gets up and goes. But if I'm in bed any later than, say, 5 a.m., I start getting anxious. And I need to get up, I need to get moving, I need to do something. But if you practice that early rise, getting up early, try to get as much in as you can in the day, do a scheduled nap if you have to, and just keep on plowing forward, you're going to possibly tap into something you never had before. You're going to gain yourself 2 more hours a day, probably, of stuff that you can do. Anyway, that's it. I'm done rambling for now. Stay tuned for my next live whenever it comes. I don't know when it's coming, where it's coming, or what I'm going to talk about, but it will be something, and it will be soon. Till next time. Oh, you know what? Make sure to like and share this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. I'm going to throw that in there. Till next time, this is Kevin David Rail, actually reporting live.